guy Keith Harris, host of the Keith Harris Show. And now I like to roll the red carpet out and give an especially warm welcome. You know what I'm saying? Coming from all the way across the water and a piece of land, as a matter of fact, I should say. Without any further ado, on the show right now on the line, we have the one and only Canadian female hip hop diva, Shawtee Re. What's going on, Shawtee?
What's good? What's good? Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show today. First of all, what you in Canada right now? Which coast you on? You on the East Coast or the West Coast or the Midway or?
No, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Calgary, actually.
Hey, big shouts out to Calgary. Big shouts out to my homeboy Obi. I got some friends out there in Calgary, matter of fact.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Canada's like a second home to me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got a bit of bias, love, and support for them.
Respect on that, though.
No doubt. So, you know what? First of all, for all the listeners out there, you know, everybody all across the world, just kind of give everybody a idea of just how this role began for you with becoming a hip hop artist, and just kind of, you know, what made you want to share your sound with the world.
Well, I always was around music. I always had people around me that, well, I grew up with like a lot of like rappers and producers and things. Like, I didn't see anyone doing it professionally. Like, people were just doing it on the streets and rapping, and like, especially like in high school, like young days, I would go around and all the homeboys would just be like spitting. And I was like, damn, they're just so good, right? Like, yeah. I want to be able to do that. And then, so, like, the next time they would bring me around, I'm like, I have a little something I was working on. I have maybe 4 bars or something that I wanted to spit those 4 bars. They're like, keep working on it, Shorty. You'll do well, you know? And then they're always just really supportive. And then I just really found it was really my outlet, because I always wrote like poems. I always wrote because I grew up in kind of a crazy environment, like with my mom being an alcoholic and just going through a lot of things. So writing was always my outlet. So it just turned into music, because I found that, hey, like I can turn this into a track. So then I started putting it to beats, and it just developed from there. And so I just kept doing that, and then I just realized, like, I can't live without this. Like, I can't do anything other than that. Yeah. So, yeah, like, nothing worked out for me but music. Music was always just, like, where I excelled, and then I just, so I started learning more about music. I took music theory, I took piano, I took voice lessons, I took just everything I could, music production. So then I could just learn more about it, but rapping was always my love. Like, I couldn't give it up, so I just kept going and then putting my music out. I really didn't put my music out online until like 2010, and then in 2010 I got management from Miami, and then 2011 I met my producer, Ryan Bowser, who's a Grammy Award-winning producer. He produced Nelly Dilemma featuring Kelly Rowland. Oh, wow. And as of recent, he just released a track with Dejlo featuring Lil Wayne, You Mean Hennessy. And so he's been my mentor for the past, like, 4.5 years. And just after meeting him, like, he's just grown me as an artist, and, like, now it's just become something I can never walk away from. Like, this is just my life. This is what I live 24/7.
Right. So it was pretty much a green light after that. But you know what's good too, that, like, I hear you mention, is the fact that on top of you know being lyrical and being a rapper, on top of that is just, you know, also having other knowledge of the music game in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Which really just kind of takes you into the realm of also being a musician as well as being a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all that, exactly, because you have to know music. Like, you have to know music. You can be a rapper, it's one thing to rap, but to know how to make a single, or how to, even the business side, like, it's like 90% business. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They come into the game, you could be talented, you could be extremely talented, but if you don't know how to run your business, if you don't know how to be an entrepreneur, it's not going to work for you.
Yeah,
because I see that happening to a lot of artists, because there's a lot of artists say, I wish I just want to get signed, but you're coming from a place saying that because you want someone to come in and help you with your business, but you have to have your own business, you have to have it on lock, you have to be running your own business in order for someone to come in and want to invest in you. It has to be working already.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because everybody's rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody's doing that, but and with the way the industry is now, you really have to, even if you get signed or before you get signed, you have to have that independency just to the way that you run your program. Even if you're not an independent label already, you have to be an independent, a pusher or independent marketer at least.
Exactly. Like, you have to already be doing it, and you have to learn that on your own, and also you got to learn that because there's a lot of snakes in the industry as well. Yeah. So you have to be on top of your game. A lot of people are going to promise you things that they can't really do. Right. And a lot of people, if you're doing something, they're going to try to ride off of it. And it's also having that awareness.
Yeah, and being a female in the industry, I'm sure you went through that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But that's another thing. You got to be really tough. Like, I'm very tough. Like, I come from a very, very harsh, like, street background, too. Yeah. So I use that to my advantage, because, people, a lot of, like, guys will try, but then they'll realize that it doesn't work with me. So you have to be extra tough. That's really what it is. And to be able, and be intuitive, and be able to see if this person is telling you the truth, if they're not. Yeah. It's about reading people, too. You got to be able to read people very well.
Being a female artist from, Canada, and just, it's like that everywhere, but, knowing how it is there, too. Being a female in the game, coming out like you did you face a little bit of both sides, where you had half of your colleagues were like, you the female, so you the doll baby of the game, and then you had that other side where the guys is, they would want to test your skill and stuff like that?
Yeah, at first I would say, like, actually at first I had some love. Like, people were really like, oh, okay, that's cute, she wants to rap, and then the guys wanted to help me out and stuff. And then as things started to progress and my skills got better and my connections got better, then I became competition. And so I have guys treat me like a guy in this industry. I'm not given favors just because I'm a woman, or it's not like that. It's because they see me as direct competition. If we have the same connections, if we're doing the same type of shows, and I'm their competition. And it doesn't matter that I'm a female.
And you know what? I noticed that about your image too, and that I consider that to be a good thing, because I noticed that about your image. You carry the type of image that says, "Look, don't treat me, like I'm Sugarfoot." You know what I'm saying? You got you got that type of image that lets people know, listen, you got to respect me. Like, I'm coming at this situation hard, like you say, just even if you bring to the table some of the background and things like that you went through, but it just still lets people know that you got those rough edges too. So, they got to give you room.
Exactly, because I demand respect too. I'm not putting in an image like you won't see me taking like shots, like ass shots and all of this. I don't do things like that. Yeah. So it's like, I'm here to be respected as my skill, my story, and everything like that, because when I'm in the studio every single day and I'm perfecting this, and I have a mentor who's worked with everybody, like, he's very hard on me, very hard, and I'm here like working on rhyme patterns every night, recording every night, doing my shows, perfecting everything. Sometimes I'll rehearse for like 4 hours a day. Like, this is very serious to me, so I want to be taken seriously, and I don't use looks to get ahead. I don't use anything. I have a marketable image, and that's just business wise to do it like that, but I definitely demand respect. I'm not just and I'm not under another rapper. I'm not under anybody. So the thing is, it's me. So I will demand that respect, because I'm here to run my empire. Like, this is not gonna be just a fad.
Right.
I'm here to be the number one female artist. And not even as a competition thing, saying like I'm going to be better than anybody else. I'm just saying that I'm going to make sure that that I represent certain females that maybe aren't being represented right now. Because there's so many diverse females, and I respect all the females in the industry, and I think that there just needs to be more, because there's so many aspects that we can talk about that females go through.
Yeah, no doubt. And and it shows in your music, as a matter of fact, because you got a lot of songs that what I think they really express feeling. I'll tell you something else I like about it. Well, as a matter of fact, we'll get into it afterwards. But what I want you to do right now is we're gonna do the Keith Harris show debut. I know a lot of people hear your music. We're gonna do the Keith Harris show debut of your song Spazz. I'm gonna run that for everybody. So why don't you introduce that to the world, and then what we'll do is we'll let that ride out, and we'll come back, talk about the inspiration for that, and continue on with the conversation.
Nice. This is Shawtee Re Spazz, produced by Grammy Award winner Ryan Spazzer.
Right here on the Keith Harris Show.
Ay, fantasma. Phone keep ringing, can't tell me I ain't great. Alarm keep ringing, trying to tell me that I'm late. I'm out that door, go get me a plate. All said I couldn't, and I told them just wait. Keys in the ignition, I'm on my R. Kelly. Ain't about submission, Clyde in the trombone. Go figure, hill figure, on my body time. Thick figure, can't get a rather clone me to, yeah. Ride so low, got my hat so low. C key to Zach so cold. Said I couldn't make it cause I didn't fit the mold. So I left them alone, dead weight decomposed. Hold up, wait a minute. We about to get turned all up in it. Shots in my glass, throw your head back. Hurry up with it, stop playing, give it to me, let's Ride fully loaded, passengers full of potion. Pill bottle empty, it ain't sickness from the motion. Serving my cauldron, art of seduction. It's time to hit the club and end all discussion. Okay, hitting spots like a marksman, doors open for us. We don't touch a Martian garment, press for us like it's printed. Yeah, I'm teaching season, guide to a beacon. Here to show y'all what y'all ain't believing. Listen, so much swag, my pigment think I'm bleaching. So many toe tags, so consistent. Call me Chris, a body bag. Then call me mortician, necrophiliac in my hearse, yeah, I'm trippin'. Hold up, wait a minute. We about to get turned all up in it. Shots in my glass, throw your head back. Hurry up with it, stop playing, give it to me, let's Sun keeps shining kinda hard for a vamp, and I'd rather be sleeping no reward for a nap. Plenty of fishes, I'm the deadliest catch, and they all tryna hook it, exclusive, a rap. Up at the staff tryna grip me a pom-pom. Matter of fact, make it a pack on being long. No papers please, cause I ain't Wiz Khalifa, but I Gabba's Rose while I'm smoking on a reefer. I ain't gay, but girl, I got game. Come home, get up, boy, 2 chains. Nah, I'm just kidding, let the king have the queen. Cancer Canadian girl, have American dreams. Hold up, wait a minute. We about to get turned all up in it. Shots in my glass, throw your head back. Hurry up with it, stop playing, give it to me, let's give it to me, let's
Was Spazz by Shawtee Re. Shawtee, that joint was hot.
Much respect, much respect.
No doubt. Look, a lot of energy a lot of energy behind that song. I guess the title kind of speaks for itself. But where was you at? Like, where was your head at when you wrote that?
I just wanted to have a fun record. I wanted to do, because I was performing a lot, so I wanted to do something that I could just get the crowd hyped with. And I just kind of wanted to tell like a story throughout the day, like what I would be doing. That's why I said phone keeps ringing, can't tell me I ain't great. A lot, you know. So I just wanted to like go through about like what my day would be, and just tell a story, and just do something for the people so we could perform it.
Word. Now, when you know what I'm saying, because I saw a couple clips of you on stage, and it's definitely a lot of energy and emotion when you performing. When you started out, you know what I'm saying, when you first hit the stage, like just kind of going back to your first time hitting the stage, was you able to just jump on there with that energy from the beginning, or was it something that you kind of had to grow into after, you know, doing a few shows and the crowds got bigger? How was that for you?
Oh, no, I was so whack when I first started. I was so bad. I was so bad. I had to practice a lot. Like, one of my first shows, I remember everyone was just looking at me like, what's going on? Yeah. Like, what's going on? Like, that's something that you have to work on. And I still work on every single day. Yeah. Even though I've been performing since, like, 2007. Right. But I still perfect it every single day, because when you go on stage and you just have to get comfortable with it. You have to get used to it, and a lot of times if you're nervous, that's going to sabotage yourself. Yeah. So now I'm at the point, I don't get nervous when I do shows. I don't anything like that, because it's just second nature. Yeah. And I do it for the crowd. It's for them. And so I'm not thinking about me. I'm not thinking, what do they think of me? I'm thinking, let's have a good time all together.
Right. And in an odd kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And in an odd kind of way, I guess it feels good to have went through that, you know, before, where people just looking at you like, because, you know, that's part of the industry. And if you don't go through those motions, then you don't have that to look back on, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because it builds up your self-confidence, because you know that you can handle anything. Right. And there's been time you have to screw up. You're going to have to mess up in order to be able to know that you can handle it. And that's how I know. Like, there's been times where I did shows and maybe I forgot. Just under the pressure, you forget a couple lyrics. Mm-hmm. But I know I can catch myself, and I can freestyle that in the moment. And not worry about it, you know. So just certain things like that, or you never know, maybe someone jumps up on stage and surprises you, and can you keep going and just block that out? I can do that too, because I've experienced that, and these are things that you can't teach them without experience.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you that. So that's crazy, right? Like, so you had that happen to you where somebody, but hopefully you got some security up there, or do you got to push them off yourself? Like, how did that go down for you?
Oh, I just do it well. Like, because if they jump up, it's just because they want to dance. Like, they just try to dance with me, so then I'll dance with them a little bit, and then they'll usually jump off, and then they're always just having a good time. It's never like malicious or anything, so I'm good with that. But it's just like, you got to be ready for anything that can happen, right? And you got to go through these things, because I've tried to teach some artists how to perform and stuff, and you can't teach that. You have to just experience. You have to do hundreds of shows, and from there you're gonna learn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You cannot really teach that. You can stand there in front of them and be like, you know what I'm saying? But until it really happens, then when them lights come on and them people standing out in front of that stage, they just, like you say, they're just looking at you. Before the music come on, they looking at you like, okay, now, what are we getting ready to get from you? You know what I'm saying? And that, look, that first 30 seconds is real.
So it is. You can't let that trip you up. You can't let because sometimes they're looking at you and they're thinking in their head that they like you, but maybe their face doesn't show it. Uh-huh. So if you're trying to respond to the way they're looking at you, that's going to trip you up. Right.
What about your production team and people like that? Because I know you do your own writing, but like production wise, you got a team over there that helps you with putting together the beats and stuff, or?
Yeah, just my producer, Ryan Bowser. Like, I have a production deal with him. Okay. So he produces all my music, and he usually makes and masters it too. Yeah. So we just keep everything in house. Yeah. And he really knows my style. He knows where I'm going. He knows like my whole story. He knows everything about me. Right. So he when he sends me a track, it's like I already know
Yeah.
I know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't have to fish through all these beats of people sending me beats and be like, no, that's whack, that's whack. No, it's like he is so amazing that he's never sent me a beat where I didn't think it was good. Like he's been doing this for like 15 years plus. So just like what he comes up with is he's a genius. Like he's a musical genius.
Right. And you know, I'm wondering if he came up with this this next track we're gonna play real quick, play right fast for everybody. Look, because everybody out there listening, you know, this young lady has some amazing work, and like I say, it's heartfelt music too. And honestly, I could see where a lot of females would be really behind you, really guys and females. But I know that the females that go through life and certain things can kind of relate to this one too. But this is another banger right here, and I'm gonna let you introduce this one again, and then we'll come back and talk about it in just a minute. So introduce this next one, everybody, right fast.
This is Shawtee Re, I Don't Care, featuring and produced by Ryan Bowser.
What's going on, everybody out there all across the land? You listen to the Keith Harris Show right here on the #1 station on the net, Hotline Radio. And that was I Don't Care by Shawtee Re. Shawtee, that joint was hot.
Much respect, much respect.
Now, when you wrote that one, what was the mood? You know, what was the vibe behind that song in general? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was pissed off, though, when I wrote that one. Because I felt like... I released some other singles before that, but that was the first one I released with Ghost. And he's just like, tell the people how you feel, like, about everything that's been happening. And I just felt like, I was just like, this is my time to put something out. And I just felt like a lot of people weren't taking me seriously as a female. A lot of people were trying to sleep with me, and just like, that's why I just put it all out there. Like, you're not going to stop me. So keep pouring, keep saying whatever you want to, keep hating on me, and I'm going to keep going. And that was kind of our song, being like, look, like, and then that went everywhere, so I think people got the message. A lot of people got the message.
And I can see why, too, because it's really, you know, it's amazing because at the time that you could be getting that message across and how you feel with that, and you might have been in, you know, like you say, sort of an upset state, it's still such it is such an inspirational song. You know what I'm saying? To all everybody listening.
Exactly, and that's why we put in the video. The video's on Vivo right now. You can check it out. I get kidnapped in the video, and then I get put in a trunk and brought to a location, tied up, and then set on fire. Because I felt metaphorically that's what people wanted to happen to me. Man. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it to myself and look. But the whole metaphor is also that you rise like a phoenix, because when your old self dies, your new self is reborn.
Hey, you just dropped some knowledge right there, Shawtee.
There you go. So that's really how I felt, and I was like, okay, well, if you want to do that, I'm gonna do you the favor, and I'm gonna show you this, and it's not gonna. That's why they say in it, it's keep pouring the gasoline. That's why we say keep pouring it, and it's just gonna fuel the fire that's burning.
Right.
So.
And for everybody out there listening too, like she said, check out the video, which I need to do, because I was caught in liking the song, but I didn't even know it was a video out for that. I got to see that.
Oh, definitely.
No doubt. So, what advice, you know what I mean? What advice would you have for other artists and you know, even female artists in particular, you know, that kind of face some odds, not all odds, because, you know, mad respect to the females who do it. It's no different for them than guys, and people out there should understand that. But what advice would you have for those coming up trying to get where you at right now?
I would say, like, always just believe in yourself. Like, don't listen to what anybody has to say. If you know, like, this is what you're meant to do, because everybody knows your path intuitively. You know it. Like, that little voice inside is telling you where you're meant to go. You just gotta listen. And a lot of people, if they don't feel confident in what they're doing, and they don't feel good about themselves or their lives, they're gonna project that onto you. And they're gonna say you're not good or you're not this, but them saying that to you is really how they feel about yourself. Now, there is, like, good criticism, like there's constructive criticism, but there's also people that will pull you down. Those are two completely different things. Someone giving you constructive criticism is going to help you get better.
Right.
But someone just tearing you down, that's coming from their own insecurities. So it's like, don't listen to anybody. Just have a good team that will tell you that. Like, because sometimes I'll write things that are whack. Too, like, I'll think it's good, and then my producer will be like, no, like, I do it a different way, or do it, and then and I appreciate that support, because sometimes you write something and maybe it's not as great as you thought it was, and you need a team like that. But don't let people bring you down. Don't listen to anybody. Like, block all of that out, because anything is possible. You can do it. Anybody can do it. It's just, you got to be focused 100% too, because a lot of people, they don't have that focus, and they want to be in the club every weekend instead of the studio, and that's a problem too. Yeah,
it is, because they out partying, getting twisted, and then going to the studio and thinking that the songs that they making is hot. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you, I don't record my music all twisted ever, because if I record if I'm like getting twisted and I record, I'm going to be off.
Yeah.
Like, my music is not going to be there, and my producer can tell, and my voice won't be as great. Yeah. So there's other things too, like, there's so much involved, like, also, like, your image, you got to work out, you got to eat healthy, because you got to take care of your voice. Your voice is your instrument. So if you're out there blazing, drinking every single night, you're not going to sound great at all. Like, you're not going to be able, and if you're not working out, how are you going to perform for hours? How are you going to jump around on stage for hours and rap at the same time, also dance too on stage? So, and that takes I skip every day. That takes a lot of breath control.
That's right.
And they mentioned that in an article too, is how Drake eats very clean, how he has a vocal coach and everything. Like, these are things that are very important, but people think that the rapper life is to go out and party in the club and drink bottles and stuff. No, that's like, we'll get that at shows. People will give that to us at shows, but chances are the rappers on tour, the rappers doing their shows, they're not getting twisted at the show, because you can't be drunk on stage and then have people pay you, because they're not going to pay you to come back if you're doing that.
I know, right? All drunk, stumbling, falling off stage and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a business. Like, you have to conduct yourself professionally. It's very professional.
No doubt. So when can the people correct me if some is already out, but when can we expect like an album or the EP or something like that?
I'm gonna drop the next single right away. We're just debating on which one we wanted to put out. I'm gonna have a next single coming out, and then I have a mixtape coming out as well. I'll drop before summer, and then we'll have the EP this summer. Okay. We'll be dropping. We're just negotiating the right deal to drop it with.
Right.
But yeah, definitely I'm gonna be putting that out. So I have a lot of music coming that I've been working on.
Yeah.
And also I do remixes too to all the hottest tracks, which we put out consistently. So you can watch out for that too. Yeah, well, we
definitely looking for you to blow it up over here in the USA too. We know you're already doing your thing up there in the north, but we definitely looking for you to turn it up down here. And I want to congratulate you too, in particular, on just being a female artist from Canada and doing your thing the way you do, because like I was saying before, I got a lot of I got a lot of experience in Canada, and there are female artists there, but hip hop artists, I should say, but number one, they are not, or they don't, I guess, get the quite the exposure that they would like to get. And then sometimes, I guess, in a nutshell, they're not making as much noise as you are, Shawtee. So I want to compliment you on that, number one.
Oh, thank you. I think it's just a business aspect, because you got to be really focused. Like, I send out hundreds of emails a day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, and I do that myself. I make sure, I set up my own interviews. I set up my own shows. I do everything, so I make sure that the consistency is there. And I think some people kind of don't do that. Yeah. So I think if you do that and you have your marketing on point, like your marketing is very important, then yeah, you can do it, no problem. And there are a lot of female artists. I think they just don't know what to do. And I hope, I really want to use this platform to help female artists too, to kind of guide them once I'm at kind of a higher position and more established. I'm definitely going to use my platform to bring other female artists up. And then maybe if I provide that information, there'll be even more of them coming up.
Yeah, and you know what, that's a good thing to do too, because a lot of people, you know, in my travels back and forth from the U.S. to here, what I realized from being up there is that, and a lot of people in America don't know this. Well, a lot of people, quite a few people that's in the industry know it. Those who are not in the industry don't realize just how long Canada really had a bit of a hold on the music industry. Like, a lot of people think that even in the film industry, you know, in general, film, especially you being from Calgary, because you are familiar with how many films even that they shoot, you know, up there. And so I think a lot of people from other places didn't realize just how much talent was actually coming out of Canada in general, and even in your area, Calgary, and over to the West Coast and the East Coast. So I think what you're doing is also another way, you'll have another platform to just keep pushing that on everybody, to let people know, listen, we've been doing this. It's just that, you know, people weren't really recognizing, because you know how the glitz and the glamour goes. There's a whole lot of people making things happen, but only, you know, people are only noticing everybody who's at the front, you know, at the head of the frontier. So people don't notice that. So I think what you're doing is also good, because you can help continue to keep that door open.
Exactly. And a lot of people look at the U.S. market as like it's impossible. Like Drake did it, but Drake got Wayne. So how are we going to do that? My producer produces for Wayne. So you can do it. Like, you can get there. Right. Like, it's not, you got to just eliminate all those barriers, because the only person that stops you is you. Right. And it's your thinking. If you believe that you can't do it, the universe will prove to you can't do it. Right. If you believe you can do it, and you have those affirmations, and you're like every day, and you're like, I can do this, I can do this, that's going to come to you. All the opportunities will come to you to prove to you how you think. Because I believe everything is just a reflection of how you think.
Right. And to touch on that too, and I can talk to you about this, because, you know, you being Canadian, you know what I'm getting ready to say. A lot of people, and this is for everybody out there listening, y'all know I keep it 100, you know, 1,000 on my show. And I was saying this a long time ago. A lot of people think that Drake was, and big shouts out to him and his whole squad, you know, OVO, everybody. But a lot of people think that Drake was like the savior of Canada, or the first guy to do it. No, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You had Shawtee, you had Socrates, you had Checkmate and Concise, you had Cardi, you know, you had Cardi. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Maestro Fresh West.
Big shouts out, like I say, to my homeboy D.R.K., which is one of the dancers from Let Your Backbone Slide. You know what I mean?
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right. So you had a lot of people, and some female artists too, some R&B female artists that are not coming to my mind right now. But
Miss Me is a legend in hip hop in Canada.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So you had so many people who were doing this. So I want, you know, so again, congratulations to what you're doing, and I want to see you continue breaking down those barriers, you know, and just some of those stereotypes. So keep doing your thing, Shawtee Re.
Oh, much respect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing, and shout out to all the Canadian artists that you mentioned. Some of them I do know personally, and I look up to them so much. And also shout out to Drake, because he really brought the light into Canada too. So that's also somebody I really look up to, and yeah, definitely. We just gonna continue pushing, and Canada just needs to shine more. That's it.
That's right. And then I remember when I was up there, they bought Death Row. You know, a Canadian label bought Death Row Records. A lot of people or bought the rights to their music. A lot of people didn't know that, but gosh, I can't remember the name of them, but I used to deal with them. But they bought the catalog to the whole Death Row Records. You know, a Canadian label is matter of fact, it was Wide Awake Records. I'm not sure if you heard of them or how much noise. Yeah, how much noise they've been making lately on the East Coast. But they bought that, so they've been doing their thing. Let everybody out there know where they can go check you out on social media sites, where they can go download your music, and like I always say, don't just download stuff for free, y'all. Spend some money. Spend a couple dollars and buy these albums too.
You can check me out online on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Vivo. It's Shawtee Re, SHAWTEERE. And also on SoundCloud too, because I do a lot of free remixes. I just put them out, the next one I'm dropping is Blessings. Truffle Butter, Kendrick Lamar, Blacker the Berry, and Delivery, Lupe Fiasco. I'm going to put all those remixes out, and that's just free. So just go on there, download it, take it, and yeah, that's just for all the people who've been supporting, and make sure you add me online and check me out, and yeah, I might be coming to your city too. I have my next show is May 9th. In Medicine Hat, and we're also setting up tours. We're back in Toronto in June, so I'm going to be announcing that. So make sure you follow us and keep up to date, and I'll let you know.
That's what's up. And also, y'all can make sure y'all checking out the Keith Harris Show on my social media sites too, because I will keep all you listeners updated on what Shawtee Re has going on. You know, whatever new singles that she pass off this way, and when the show dates is coming up. And also, I'm going to be keeping you in rotation on my station too, Shorty, on my show.
Much respect, much respect. That means a lot, though.
No doubt, no doubt. We'd love to have you back on too. And like I always say, when you get ready to jump on stage live, or when you come off stage from doing your shows, either we'll call you or call us, give us a ring, and holler at the people and everybody out there and all your followers, holler at them live and say, what's up? This is where I'm at.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Let's do it.
All right. All right, listen. No doubt. Shorty, keep doing your thing. Big shout outs to you and your... Oh, any shout outs?
I just want to give a shout out to my producer, Ryan Bowser, makeup artist, Louise Crochet, and NRT Fashions, who has been designing everything that I wear custom. You can check that out too online if you add me. Right. And yeah, that's just my team. And my DJ Kuda, who I perform with. He's also the official DJ for the Calgary Stampeders, and he's always with me. So shout out to my team.
No doubt. Also, before we go, I want to give a big shout out to T Blaze. Also, can't forget T. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and shout out to T Blaze, always doing her thing, always bossing it up. I always see she's always killing it. So
no doubt. Listen, Shawty, much love to you. Keep holding it down, and we're gonna take it out. We'll be talking to you soon, everybody. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take us on out with the beginning of Spazz again, because I just like how that joint started out. You know what I'm saying? Nice. And so we're gonna do that. And Shawty, hold it down out there. Everybody out there, Shawtee Re. Listen, in case anybody just tuned in late, make sure that you know you can catch a complete conversation with myself and Shawtee Re right here on the Keith Harris Show on social media. It'll be up in just a little bit. So if you miss anything, you can check it out. Make sure you go download her songs that she got out for free. Keep in tune, because she's about to blow up the next big thing. You want to be able to say, hey, I was hearing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, before the next level came. And Shawty, we love you, man. Respect. Keep doing your thing. And we'll be talking to you soon. Shout outs to the whole Canada.
Much respect. Thank you so much for having me, man. It means a lot. And definitely going to be back soon.
All right. Talk to you soon, Shawty.
All right, much respect.
Bye-bye. That's what's up, everybody, right here on the Keith Harris Show on the #1 station on the net, Hot and Radio. That was Shawtee Re. Make sure you check her out. We'll see you back tomorrow. DJ Mike Styles in the building coming up next. Get ready to tear it up with the Mike Styles Mix Show. You already know he burning up the tables. Don't touch that dial. Keith Harris Show. Let's go.
Ay, fantasma.